Twisted Christian back with the video. Today I'm going to be discussing the Clement BBB prophecy. Alright, now this is something that has been on the Patreon now for over a month. So if you guys want to get in early on those things, make sure to go ahead and get signed up with the Patreon. Alright, it's because a lot of this information does take time. I communicate with different people. And so it is very time consuming just in general with all the, if you guys go to the Patreon, you sign up for the Patreon, all the stocks and stuff, it takes a lot of research because I want to make sure exactly what I'm doing and that I provide the best information. So this is one of those prophetic investment stocks from Clement. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and reveal that to my YouTube subscribers. It's already been revealed to the Patreon subscribers. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to listen to what Clement had to say about the BBB, the stock.
High record, 7 days in a row it's been a record, 9th day in a row that it's increased.
I'm a bit of a dummy when it comes to that stuff. It's and you know, it's rightfully so. But the other day I was praying, and for those that don't know me, I don't, very seldom do I listen to the news. My wife will tell you, my family will tell you, I'm clueless most of the time. And that's because I choose to do that so that if I hear something, it's fresh. I heard something the other day as well, BBB, and I said to the Lord, can you make it a little bit clearer? People must invest. That's one of the things they should invest in. Well, I feel like he's holding it back because you have to search it out yourself. Imagine if I told you, well, you need to invest in such and such a thing, market, and it didn't work out for you. You know, you could turn around and take me to court or whatever. I think that could be one of the reasons. The other reason is probably that God would like you to search it out for yourself and find out. BBB. And then there's another thing, was where Apple will start losing its influence. And
okay, so that was Clement back on March 13, 2013. And he says here, I heard something the other day as well as BBB. I heard something the other day as well, BBB, and I said to the Lord, can you make it a little bit clear? People must invest. That's one of the things they should invest in. I feel like he's holding it back because you have to search it out for yourself. All right, so he was talking about BBB. So we go to research it, and it was actually, so you actually go to research it. And I'm just on the trading view on a stock screener, and I'm just going to type in BBB. Okay, now there's a lot of BBBs. There's a lot of BBBs as far as incorporated in the name or in the stock name, but there's actually only 2 stocks that I could find that is just BBB. And we have Brixton Metals Corporation, and that's in the Canadian market, and then we have the Big Blue Broadband PLC stock in Great Britain, UK. All right, so we've narrowed this down because the Big Blue Broadband, you know, after going through all of these, now for some of you who, and I'm going to speak to this because Clement also always talked about multiplication. So when he said you will need to research it out for yourself and you want to try to find BBB, well, there's different stocks and different things in different markets. And there might be multiplication here, but there is just one BBB that I know that we can invest in and actually be worth something. So when I click on here, the Big Blue Broadband, just to give you an idea what the price is, it's $115. So that is something that we can't invest in. It's not it's not something that, you know, we could just buy 100 of and then, you know, make a whole lot of money. But the other BBB, it's called Brixton Metals Corp, right? That stock is currently at 16 cents. They are into gold mining and mining minerals and stuff like that, metals. So it's actually here in the United States. I don't know what it is for your guys, unless you're in Canada, but it's BBB in Canada, Brixton Metal Corp. Here in the United States, it's called BBBXF. Okay, so they are actually on the TSXV Venture, the Toronto Stock Market Exchange. Looks like here we have Great Britain, Okay, so if you're in the Toronto market, it's BBB. In the United States market, it's BBBXF. And then I'm not sure what GR, maybe Greenland, I don't know, 8BX1. All right, so you guys want to see if you live outside the United States and of Canada, you want to see if you're able to trade that on some type of international exchange. Now, that is in this market, United States. In order to invest into that, you will have to pay the one-time. There's a one-time fee, depending on whether you go with E-Trade or you go with some of the different. I think E-Trade is the cheapest, and you could sign up, with E-Trade, and then you can make the purchase. So when you make, but this is the thing: when you're making penny stock purchases, you got to remember you might have to purchase 100 at a time. I know on Webull, you have to purchase 100 penny stocks. I'm not sure what the regulation is for E-Trade, but I was able to actually go in, and I just went ahead and bought, several hundred when I first found out about this stock. And this stock, just to let you guys know, this stock originally, before I even really got a chance to, even when I first was talking about Kim Clement, 8 Wells, Maxine Butler, she's a Patreon supporter. She's the actually one who sent me the information, and I used the information that she gave to me, and I posted it on the Patreon. It says here, Brixton Metals Corporation is a precious metals exploration development company focused on advancing its wholly owned projects toward mine development. The company was listed December 2010. The company is seeking JV partners for one or more of its projects. We go back to what Kim Clement said. There was actually a lot of things that he was said. If you guys are interested, you'll have to sign up the online church login for the House of Destiny in order to view Kim Clement's prophetic prophecies. But he says here, I heard something the other day as well, BBB, and I said to the Lord, can you make it a little bit clearer? People must invest. That's one of the things they should invest in. I feel like he's holding it back because you have to search it out for yourself. All right, so he's holding God is holding this particular stock back. So we have to spread the word about this is, for those of you who are into Kim Clement investing, those of you who are into his prophecies, and you just heard it. I just showed you exactly when he said it in his actual own words, and also here on his website. So I did my research on this company. It's a very good company. They're doing a lot of good things, and I'm interested to know how far this stock is going to go, considering that it's only at 16 cents per share. And of course, this one, I guess that would be in Canadian dollars, as far as 20 cents. According to this here, according to Google, BBBXF is 16 cents per share. I guess that would be American dollars. So, there is a difference in exchange rate. So, but anyways, so if you use any of the main trading platforms like E-Trade, Ameritrade, and you go to buy those, you're going to pay the one-time fee when you're buying, especially when you're buying these stocks, because they are foreign stocks. Now, I'm not sure, there might be some other ones that don't charge, but if you do go to buy from one here in the American market and you have to pay, that's why I always say buy in bulk. You're not really doing it to day trade, you're really doing it to hold on and to watch this thing skyrocket. So for those of you who are invested in the Kim Clement prophecies and his investments, this is the other one, the Brixton Metals Corporation. So now it has been revealed. So the other thing that I do want to talk about, for those of you, as I showed you, there might be a BBB stock for you guys somewhere in your home country trading area, whether if you live somewhere in Africa or in Asia. You want to go ahead and look and do your research, because you actually might find something else. I believe that I did find something else, and that one is posted on the Patreon. One thing you got to remember, that the penny stock market is different in Canada than it is here in the United States. So anything that's under $1 it's in its own separate exchange. So anything over $1 is in the regular market. All right, so it works a little bit differently than here in the United States. Basically, if you don't have your stock over $1, then you can be delisted from NASDAQ or whatever. But I just wanted to point that out to you guys. I really appreciate you guys' support on the Patreon, and I really support you guys here. Thank you guys for your support on YouTube. I do work 40 hours a week, and before, guys, you guys know I was working 2 jobs. Now I'm down to 1 job, so I could try to focus more on this, because this is about financial freedom, and I will take it any way God will give it. And if this is one of the ways, then we will go ahead and take it. So with that being said, thank you guys for your support. Twisted Christian out.